Whether it's the algorithm shining its luck on me, or you're hungry for more retro achievement videos, greetings and welcome to the... What? A different video from what I normally post. Shh. I post what I want. Just enjoy the video, okay? Okay. So, what's Retro Achievements? It's a site where through magic, it allows you to gain achievos on games that normally don't have them. Wow. And there are not enough videos on these to sate me. Not near enough. Why Scooby-Doo Night of 1000 Frights? Wait. It's 100 Frights? My childhood is a lie. So, why Scooby? 2 reasons. I need a break after some really difficult sets I went after before. Just needed a familiar and less difficult one than some others I've done before. And I'm more interested in doing some sets of obscure childhood games, for better or worse. I'm writing this script before I attempt the set, to offer some thoughts and insights. There are 3 types of achievements on Retro Achievements, in my opinion. The completionist achievements, the ones you get by, you know, playing the game and getting 100% and etc. The nonsense achievements, weird optional things that you don't need to do, but are just cool or funny. And the perfection achievements. 100 Frights achievements seem not that bad, really. Most of them are things I've normally done in a casual playthrough before. Some I haven't even thought you could do in the first place. And the boss achievements, which seem kinda annoying but doable. So, I think that's all I have to say. So, let's watch the intro cutscene together, shall we? Mystery Inc. is heading down to Mystic Manor, which is totally not a trap specially designed for them in any way. The main duo, however, is more excited about seafood and whatnot.
Runa fish, cracked crabs, Runa salad, jumbo shrimp, Runa sushi.
All right, you two, don't forget the real reason we're here.
Lobster bisque.
When they get there, Daphne's goth twin fills us in on the down low. The professor's been kidnapped, and now there's monsters everywhere. Well, looks like a job for the duo.
Wrong. Yeah.
Well, shit. I guess we'll just do nothing for the rest of the game then. Of course, doing nothing makes a person quite famished, so the duo goes ahead and starts consuming the floating Scooby snacks that are totally normal. Though, things are quiet. Too quiet.
Raggy, wait! Gee, Scoob, it's not like they got your name all over them. Yeah, well, actually, they do. Scooby-Doo!
Beginner's mistake. Left all alone, there's only one thing left for Scooby to do. Stand on the fountain, because you know that's important. Eat all the snacks around the place. We head over to the playground to start. This area is a quite cozy sandbox to take Scooby out on a test drive. I run around, jump on the swings, and grab all the Scooby snacks, as well as the monster token on these unstable platforms. Then I head back and get the rest of the snacks in this area, nabbing our first achievement, free food.
Groovy!
I investigate the hole Shaggy fell in earlier and fall victim to it myself? You can do that? I also activate my first warp gate. We'll need to activate all 26 of them for an achievement. Plus it will make it easier to return to any previously visited area later. I pay the snack toll and enter the manor.
Door stuck! Door stuck!
Daphne's goth twin is locked behind a door. Luckily, with our singular jump, we can nab the key and unlock it.
Whoa.
Holly?
Scooby-Doo, I'm so glad you found me.
Holly tells us everyone got separated. Oh no! How could we have ever expected this? Gives us a map and tells us to get lost. However, we can't get very far in Clamor, as we hit a dead end pretty quick, so we head back to the mystery machine.
Hey, look! Is that Don Knotts?
Bet you're wondering where the key is to the gate, huh? Well, so am I.
As a reward for saving Daphne's goth twin, Don Knotts gifts us a shovel. So we can dig up the key to this gate.
It's always greener on the other side. 'Cause you're messing up my lawn.
What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course.
Being the first actual level, Shock on the Dock is a cakewalk. Not much to say other than it's a quick romp grabbing all the Scooby snacks along the way. More snacks can be found if you ride the Pelican, but I'll get those later. You can't 100% this area on the first visit anyway.
You know what that means? Fish!
Shock 2 starts with our brother-in-arms Shaggy flying in on his own Pelican to help us with our crate problems. God bless you, soldier. We continue on, getting more snacks and almost losing our first life due to some poor choices in swinging hooks. However, we get to another dead end with some tar that we cannot jump out of. It's the same thing that's preventing us from getting everything here as well, so we head to the door. Also, remember this set of totally not suspicious boards on the floor, as it will be important later.
Yuck!
Fear on the Pier starts with a path layered with more immobilizing tar, and a few crabs standing in our way.
I've been slobbered!
The second part is more of the same, plus some platforms out of reach, and thus more snacks we can't get first visit. Getting to the end gains us our first power-up, the double jump, and the achievement, the Spring's the Thing, for our troubles. Seeing as there is nothing more to do here, even with our new ability, we backtrack back to Shock's warp gate, and thus back to the mystery machine again. This time, however, we can nab the floating key, unlocking the other gate.
Get your fat bum in that hedge!
On Edge in the Hedge is another slightly harder romp, with a few more snacks and the monster token teasing you from behind two gates. There is slightly interesting moments like the werewolf double jump scare, and the dead end witch, and the zombie face.
I'm so sick of that stupid hedge!
Edge 2 starts with a slippery slope that you can't ever hope to climb.
Wrong.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. At the halfway point, Don Knotts is here again, this time with the worst power-up in the game. Woo! And the Get Some Light or You're In for a Fright achievement as well. There is a whole back area we can't get up to yet. I'm sure there is some way of getting up there early, but I'm not in the mood to concern myself with it.
That's just a stupid boulder!
Edge 3 has some more stuff we can't get to due to tar, like the monster token, a one-way gate, and that's about it. Another dead end, but our main man Shaggy comes to save the day. It's just a side-scroller. Grabbed all the snacks, paid the toll, and entered the greenhouse.
They're eating her! And then they're going to eat me!
More platforming, more snacks to collect. There is a trick to phase into the crates that is easy to do. Anyway, yeah.
Oh my god!
Greenhouse 2 is more platforming with enemies thrown in. Not much to say, really. Greenhouse is really short.
Like Zoink Scoob, the monster's right behind that door.
Haunted Hill 1 has a way to get on top of these trees that have snacks on them early, but I couldn't remember how to do it, so I moved on. An invisible wall prevents us from nabbing a box of sudsy goodness. Mostly this level is jumping over obstacles and dodging branches.
Reggie, I'm tired of running.
Anyway, Hill 2 is a straight path with some more snack teasing.
It's time we write back.
Now Hill 3 is where it's at. We run past the witch to activate the warp gate for later. We also turn around due to being unable to open this lower gate right now. Now we have to climb the hill itself. It's not very difficult. The only interesting part is the set of Scooby snacks you have to Mario jump off this bat to collect. Waiting at the top is our next power-up and achievement, Bash Through the Monster Mash. Now we can destroy enemies.
Be it man or Riemann, let Ra decide.
It also lets us bash that cobweb blocking the one way back to the hedge. We find ourselves behind the gate with the snacks we couldn't get earlier. Now we could go get the monster token as well, but anyway. Mystery machine.
Please! I beg you!
With our new double jump, we can get the snacks upstairs, on the chandeliers, on the bigger one, behind the bookshelf, and the monster token. Well, if not for the random force field pushing me down. Luckily, we can just jump off the railing to get it anyways. With our helmet, we can now charge through Clamor 2's dead end. There's also this annoying snack on the ceiling you can just use the chair to get.
Toasty!
Clamor 3 is just a little obstacle course with some snacks to collect. Also, don't forget the box down here.
Pork chop sandwiches! Oh shit!
Clamor 4, however, presents us with a conundrum. We need a key, but some bozo is cooking it on the stove, which kills us instantly when we touch it. However, there is a convenient fire alarm button on the floor. Who puts something like that in front of a door anyway? After a few embarrassing mishaps, we do get the key and end up finding a secret entrance to a one-way door, and some more Scooby snacks. After fighting our way through the corridor, we get the last of the snacks and the achievement tastes like antiquated architecture.
Ruby! Ruby!
I start off by eliminating the witch, causing the music to change? Anyway, it's just Sheet Ghost Gaming ahead. Some of these snacks in the later half are quite high up, but with some furniture shenanigans, you should be able to get them.
Jinky, Scooby, it's the creeper!
Creepers! It's the creeper! Whoa! Help!
It's somewhat hard to use your charge attack on slippery floors. You can only start the charge when you're still, but you could just stand on the carpets to ram the creeper. Pulling this lever gains us access to the monster token. More Sheet Ghost Gaming in Manners 3. A lot of waiting too if you want to get all the snacks. By the way, you can't. You're gonna have to jump off the chandelier if you want to get those over there. But it will leave you behind pretty quick. A very nostalgic room for me. You know the drill by now. Get all the stuff. What's with all these one-way doors anyway? Were these made in a build before warp gates were included? Anyway, we make our way through the corridor. Upstairs too is very interesting if you know some things. You're supposed to pull this lever and head through the bookcase because the stairs are fake. But if you charge into the trampoline, you can double jump up there, netting you the missing Scooby snacks as well as the monster token early. Upstairs 3 is more of the same snack collecting. However, we can hear our brother-in-arms fighting the good fight. He seems to be doing pretty well for himself. However, he does help us get up and open the door.
Looks like I'll be cooling my heels around here. See you, pal.
The creeper? Where?
Beginner's mistake. It can be a little obnoxious to get all the snacks in this room, but hey, gotta do it. Okay, that's all the snacks. Or it would be if I didn't miss one. I'll get that later. Another iconic stage and song for me. Just something about it is so cozy to me. It's a bit more confusing to navigate than I remember though. This gargoyle is quite disagreeable today. It took a few attempts to do away with him. I don't even think you need to either, but we need his platform to take us up to the upgrade for the worst power-up in the game, gaining the achievement, Evil and Medieval. Like, the best stealth is having no witnesses at all. There is this carpet ride that shows off the entire level. I missed more snacks, by the way. Great. Where I just let myself be hit instead of missing anything on the path. In the next part, we need 3 keys. So we go around like usual and get them and more snacks. Nothing else to say here. There isn't much we can do here besides turn on the fan, which doesn't help us right now, and get to the door. I think you can cheese the monster token, but I don't remember. The jump to the door is easy, but don't forget the snacks in the Hall of Shame. Attic 3 is just a long hallway with snacks, and spooky falling picture frames. Ooh. There is also this cool part where you go on the scaffolding. Anyway. Attic 4 has one of the best songs in the game. Pits, lanterns, and dusty Donkey Kong barrels? Be careful on the scaffolding.
I said be careful!
After a bit of whatever this is, there is more scaffolding. Don't ask why I jumped in this pit. Anyway, the barrels are not hard. The timer for the switch is a bit tight. Also, we can't handle this first shot either. Be careful of the chimneys.
Oh no!
We quickly get rid of this guy, and after a warning, our main man helps us up. We get the snacks from the chimneys, then Shaggy gets a ride from a witch. You're into some strange stuff, Shaggy. More furnaces and floating fireballs?
What are those?
So Megamind shows up to mock us. He's messing with us for shits and giggles and won't tell us why. Also, the Black Knight is here too, bringing some rad as hell tunes. This is you. This is the Black Knight. This is a witch. And this is 4 switches. Problem? This achievement. Defeat the Black Knight without charging more than 4 times, and without taking damage. Damageless is fine. His attacks aren't too hard to dodge, even during his last phase. It just requires a bit of caution. Charging only 4 times means you can't ever miss, which means more caution in waiting. And you can't kill this witch that likes to get in your way either. The main issue here is that the Black Knight can't decide where he wants to go, and he won't go where you need him to. And then the witch gets in your way, then you can't get the switch because he's throwing the axes in a bad spot. My strategy is to hit the far right switch first. I find that one almost impossible to get on later phases. Then the one on the other end, then the 2 middle ones. Despite the many attempts, I wasn't too frustrated. Except when he soft-locked. Just needed to reset my totally legit PS2, and everything was fine again. Anyway, I got it a few attempts later, earning the achievement Black Knight's Afternoon. And then I watched my favorite cutscene. So, our fat ass broke the cage and freed Velma, but her glasses is missing because of course they are. And we talk about how weird it is all these monsters are here.
Well, and ghosts and monsters?
Scooby-Doo, you know there's no such thing as monsters and ghosts.
Yeah, sure. Wait, you mean all those monsters I killed were people?
Aha! I found them! Jinkies, the lenses got knocked out.
Here's some totally inconspicuous lenses.
Thanks, Scooby. I can't see a thing without these. Jinkies, Scooby, it's the creeper!
The creeper? Where?
He's everywhere! Run, Scooby!
Velma, wait!
We end up finding a crate containing one of the professor's inventions, the banana galoshes.
They're banana flavored. Oh, banana.
Good, I want to eat those boots. What? We also get the achievement Style and Shoes, Scooby-Doo, for getting them. The exit near Velma's cage leads back to Cower 1, but this time at the top of the room where a monster token awaits. However, we still can't hundo this room yet, so we use the teleporter to head back to Shock 2. Now being able to move freely on Tar, we can smash through the barrels and into the cannery. Ah, fishy. I've heard many complaints about this one. It's probably because of how massive and empty the stages are. My opinion? It's okay. There's something about the atmosphere of it, though. The sounds of the machinery clanking in the background, and the overall moodiness. They did get the vibes of a fish cannery down pat, I'll give them that. Getting all the snacks can be a bit obnoxious. To make things a bit more interesting, though, I'll get everything on the first time through. There's snacks on the floor among the buttons we can't activate right now, though we can still make the jump to the inactive conveyor without it. There is also another platform that requires another power-up we don't currently have, but taking a blind running leap from the conveyor and a delayed double jump is just enough to reach it and grab the monster token up top. Fishy 2 is two big open areas filled with snacks, keys, and an upper section. We take a stroll to pick up everything on the ground and platforms. Then we hit the switch and ride up to the scaffolding. At the end, there is yet another jump we're not supposed to make. With a running leap off the lift, we can barely make it to collect the rest of the snacks here. Fishy 3 is more of the same. Spread out Scooby snacks, annoying yanderes, platforms and conveyors. Probably one of the most uninteresting levels in the game. The last fishy level has the conveyors back with a vengeance. Still not hard, just annoying. There is this, perhaps the hardest, jump to cheese. As for the last few snacks and the token, you can just jump on this and climb your way up both towers with jankiness to get the rest of them, and the achievement tastes like fish. Sure does, Scooby. It sure does. Using the same method, you can escape the fan area. Oh look, it's Fear on the Pier 1 this time. We're at a crossroads here. We could either enter Pier 2 from the start of the playthrough to collect some stuff, enter the one-way back to the hub, which we won't do, or start making our way to the lighthouse and on our way to the next power-up. There is quite a lot of Scooby snacks out of reach during our first visit due to being too heavy to ride the wind currents here. Still, we can make this impossible looking jump very easily and get all the snacks from the far wall and down the slide. All there is left is some quick key collection, and that's it for Coast 1. Coast 2 is literally just the instant death crushers. There is a button we can't press that normally stops the crushers and brings down a life preserver, but we can just make that jump with enough messing around. getting the snacks and the token up top. The Coast 3 is a straight line with jumps spread out. There is a token and snacks that require yet another button we can't press, but you can just, you know, get hit and walk on water to get it. Another crossroads level. First, we head down the path to the shore to activate the warp gate for later, but since again we are way too chonked to get across, we turn back and go down the other path, getting snacks, making difficult jumps, and having near-death experiences, eventually getting to the lighthouse's front steps. As a child, I used to have issues with this level. Dumb single digits brain. Anyway, we hit the switch and the light bulb starts lifting, so we race it up to the top, smash it, and get the next power-up to Super Smash. And the achievement Crash, Bash, and Smash for our troubles. Then we fall 50 feet down and Super Smash the floorboards leading into Lighthouse 2. Lighthouse 2 simply feels like a tutorial for your new ability more than anything else. Not only is the Super Smasher Ground Pound good at taking out enemies and hitting those pesky ground buttons, bouncing off enemies' heads gives you good height, and what I feel is the best part of it is the fact that it stalls your airtime, letting you gain more distance than you'd normally have. Anyway, there are more entrances, a one-way we can't take, and 2 doors. We take the lower one after paying the toll gate. Creepy 1 has a few doors you can't or not supposed to enter. There is also this very sneaky box in front of the central platform, and a reverse boulder chase we have to do our best to avoid. Is the boulder chasing us? Or are we chasing it? Creepy 2 starts in a circular room with cauldrons and keys above them. The room below leads to the previous level, and you can easily jump back up after getting the snacks down here. But our brother-in-arms is now a prisoner of war and requires our help. Actually, I think we need the help more than he does? Nah, never mind. After a quick jailbreak, our main man helps us get the key in the hall. Then we take a quick look at a door that totally doesn't lead to the final area of the game, no. After going down the path, we enter the most metal of rooms in the game. Though, it's kinda a dead end for now, and we can't get all the snacks either. But actually, we came here for a plunger, gaining the achievement. Plunging in the dungeon. You seriously store this down here? It would be a pain to come down here each time you clogged your toilet. Then again, is there any toilet in the manor? Teleporting back to Hill 3, we can now open that gate into Skull Cliff. Cliff 1 is another level I have bad memories of, but it's not that bad at all. It's 2 boardwalks with snacks you can't really miss. The button that controls the exit platform is timed, however you should make it without issue. Cliff 2 is where you really get into the cliffs proper. Use the Super Smash to get these row of snacks early, otherwise move around the bend collecting everything. That's the whole level. This one has some light platforming, but you can still get everything with a bit of jank. You can make it to and back from the button with a light double jump plus Super Smash, and smash one of the 2 divers to make it up to the other button, rewarding you with a ring of snacks. I got a little confused at the start of Cliff 4. Both paths merge up. Just follow the sign and don't forget the snacks on the lower path. Make your way across the chasm, collecting everything along the way. Or not. You can't get everything anyway. You can Super Smash off the diver to get up here early, but it still doesn't matter. Enter the skull and jump across the boats. No, you don't have to smash them. I was just paranoid. There is a gate and a toll over here, as well as a button which lowers the water. Jump towards the camera on the second platform to get to the ring of snacks.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Wide open areas, huh? So... what do you think the floor is made of? Quartz? Whetstone? Sure is shiny and slippery. Anyways, jump off this man's for the token. Also, this is why we needed the plunger.
God rest your soul.
The late double jump and super smash combo can make it down here for these snacks. The rest of the level is just bashing stalactites to make platforms below. Cave 3 is quite large, and pressing this button leads to the cave flooding! Don't get too excited, though. It's a slog. You don't have to rush, as there is parts where you have to wait for the water to rise enough to continue. These setup Scooby snacks in particular are quite annoying. You gotta wait for the boats to rise a lot before jumping, or, you know, you could just die 3 times in a row at the end of the level to get them. Anyway, we get the Sonic Smash upgrade at the top and get the achievement, Even Faster Ghoul Smasher. Super smashing right next to enemies now stuns them. Not particularly useful. Don't forget these snacks to the right, and we also get the achievement Tastes Like Stalagmites.
Rudy!
Ew. An invisible wall foils our attempts to get the goodies above the mausoleum, so I grab all the keys and get out of there. Grave 2 has a song only used like once or twice. I quite like it. It's the first level with these moving platforms, so we go around knocking off all the vases onto the buttons below to open the door. This one still plays its sound after falling. We also grab the monster token. There are many entrances here, but ignore them. Grab this pulley and hit the switch to activate the platforms. You can go up past the door, but you can't get all the snacks yet anyway. You can safely drop down here as the arrow suggests, but I prefer to go the other way to get the snacks first, then backtrack to get the other stuff. Now we are at some sort of carousel tomb. I do my due diligence to go around and get the snacks while eradicating the undead. You know, as you do. We destroy a fake wall to get the monster token, activate the warp gate, and pay the toll. Our brother in arms is taking fire. Literally. So we send some backup and get rid of them. As thanks, Shaggy does his duty to help us get the key.
Like, what was that? Zoinks!
Oh god, no. Not the freaky witch again. Gloom 2. 100%ing Gloom and Doom is a trial in itself, all because of these 4 graves. You see this sign? It's lies. All of them have snacks in them. The issue is that it's completely random whether RNG wants to give you them or not. If not, then you get ghosts, and thus have to restart the level by leaving or throwing yourself in a pit or something. Considering I already knew this, I eventually get all of them after a few tries. And the hidden monster token.
Warp gate!
Gloom 3 is just a straightaway with some enemies and easy to find keys. I suggest you save. Somehow. The mastermind is taking our girl, so Scooby does the only thing he can do. So we both get away. Wrist shaving avoided barely. But Megamind is clearly not having it.
You won't get away that easily.
You think that was easy?
Then he invites another sheep ghost into the party, one with more costume budget.
That's right. And pretty soon you won't stand a ghost of a chance.
Green Ghost. The achievement is to defeat him damageless and without missing, like the Black Knight. The same critiques the Black Knight had also applies here. Him and Daphne just don't line up a lot of the time. You're not helping, Daphne! Sometimes the plants also prevent you from getting a good hit, but not too often. And sometimes he just does his attack completely avoiding the vortex and ruining your run. The hit detection is also very particular, as the Green Ghost has to be sitting over the coffin for him to be hit, not when he's passing over it to get to a different one. I got unreasonably frustrated with this one, but not for the reason you might think. There isn't a save point before the boss, so every time I failed I had to load my save, teleport back, and do the sprint of shame through these ink blobs in my way. Still, I did this in about 17 minutes, earning the achievement, Coffins Make a Lovely Home. Daphne congratulates us on this perfect victory.
But what's the Green Ghost doing here?
There's so many roads around here.
The two remark about how strange it is before... Oh, no, not the Kink Master again!
Daphne! Who? That is a ghost!
Luckily, neither of us is her type, though. Then Daphne's goth twin shows up. Then we all start rummaging through the professor's Goodwill box.
Solar-powered nightlight.
Underwater winner's racket.
Microwave-safe ice cube tray.
We find what we came all the way out here for. Also, the girls get separated, leaving us alone once again. For getting said power-up, we unlock the achievement Barely Flying, more like gliding.
Right.
Exiting through the gate takes us back to the hub, for some reason. Now that we have the umbrella, we can head back to Which Way and glide down to the ship.
That's one repair.
Rec 1 is just a hop, skip, and a jump through all these platforms, grabbing everything along the way.
Terror bear.
Rec 2, however, requires a bit more finesse. These jumps across the bow tie noodles can be a bit tight, but don't be afraid to use the umbrella in Super Smash if you feel the need. We venture into a capsized ship with vents. The exit is to the side, but we need a boat to reach it. Going up leads to more snacks, which you might have to climb back up a few times to get. Bonk off this guy to reach the monster token, before heading down into the room with seesaws. Hitting this button down here activates the boat at the exit. I remember this timer being tight, but it's not a problem. Just get outside and get to the end.
Wait a second.
Aghast 1 is a set of sinking ships you have to jump up and over. The snacks are easily noticeable for the most part, just don't do whatever this is. The leap off this flying fish can be quite awkward and may take a few attempts if you have no experience with it, or you could just climb up the side. Otherwise, that's it.
These are empty!
I died a lot in Aghast 2. For some reason. Heading outside after pressing this switch brings us to a section with the monster token up top. Normally we are supposed to get this later, but again with enough effort and jank, we can make it up there and collect it. The other switch activates the locked door in the previous room down to the flooded basement. These snacks on the sinking platforms are just obnoxious, and will probably kill you a few times to get them all. So get dying. Or don't.
You're cheating! You're cheating!
Not much else to say either. All the snacks are visible. Just swing around. Oh, and I missed some snacks. Great. We pay the toll to get on the ship.
Picture my booty up in 3D.
Why is this level more annoying than I remember? We start with climbing up these rotating platforms. They kinda mess with your gravity a bit, making it a little hard to stay on them. Then we get to these bouncy things. Good God. I still have no clue how to control myself on these things. It feels almost random where you go. I also don't remember it being hard to grab the life preserver, but I guess... Keep trying till you get all the snacks, then do it again. Anyway, we grab all this and... Oh no. You didn't just get stuck. Tell me you didn't get stuck! Okay, whatever. We climb up the swing to another button that activates the conveyor. I think it's timed, but what are you waiting for anyway? We get the last key and the last of the snacks, earning the achievement. Tastes like booty? Scooby, no! Anyway, we head back and save for the next boss. We see our valiant leader caught up in an inner tube of doom. So we free him, only to watch in horror as he's trapped in a more inescapable barrel by the mastermind. Also, Redbeard is here. Oh god, not a ventriloquist! The achievement here is a bit different from the other ones. It's not just beating him hitless. In fact, Redbeard is kinda a pushover. In the final phase, defeat 12 Captain Moodies in a row without taking damage. What's a Captain Moody? These things. They spawn at the end of a wave, and you have to kill them to make Redbeard throw his sword at you, so you can lure him into hitting the ropes. Do this like 3 times. Don't worry about getting hit yet. Take all the damage you need until the last phase. I'd like to leave the last rope in the top right, but pick one you can remember not to hit. Now, let me slow down here for the last phase. Stand in the middle to dodge the first set of sheet ghosts, then run along the far end to avoid the next set. I think you can stand still here. For the next one, run diagonally upright and curve back to the middle again. For the last ghosts, when this one is heading towards the screen, head towards the center to avoid them. Now, the hard part. There is 4 Moodies all chasing after you at once, and you somehow have to hit them without getting ganged up on by the others. Reading the comment section by the other Achievo hunters suggests to run around waiting for an opening to make itself known. I like to kite them around Redbeard as they tend to get a little stuck on the chest. While they do catch up with the others, it does make a clear leader faster it seems. Now you must gather enough courage to take that leap. You can headbutt them, but I much prefer super smashing as it feels less risky. Once there is 2 Moodies, you can combo them with the smash, but it's a little dangerous to do so. After you kill the first set, go into a corner and do not let Redbeard cut the final rope. Now do that 3 times and you'll get the achievement, Evil Pirates and Flying Swords. Oh, and do it again, because you have to finish the boss and get the achievement, A Tricky Sticky Situation. We free Fred from the confines of the impossible to escape barrel, but clearly the trouble is not over yet.
Jinkies! Watch out, guys! The creeper's chasing me!
Wait, has she been running this whole time? Anyway, those lenses ended up being totally conspicuous. A nice surprise comes in the form of our fellow soldier,
Raggy!
here to join us in some well-earned rations. The others, however, want to continue the game.
Get this, Scoob. Fred wants us to stop our smorgasbording.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe this shit either.
You big chickens!
Big chickens!
They finally leave the duo in peace to continue their feast, but we find something peculiar.
Professor Graham's Tricky Sticky Gum Doohickey.
But then we see something bad.
Like, let's get out of here, Scoob!
We get the bubblegum power-up for defeating the boss. It sticks foes in place, letting you use them as a trampoline for as long as they are stuck. You might have noticed the 55 out of 75 on the achievement marker. I will explain this later, but for now we exit the level and take the cannon back to the mystery machine. So where do you think we go next?
You don't want to be in the way when my laser goes off.
Creepy 3 is slightly different. Now we have 2 zombified Buzz Lightyears to contend with. We stick them, use them to bounce up here, and hit the switch, lowering the hangables we use to get the rest of the snacks and the keys, almost dying in the process. For some reason, the keys unlock the flames, letting us leave. Alas, our brother Anons is fallen victim to a barrel. After righting him, we act as his eyes and...
Raggy!
Oh no.
Raggy! 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 Raggy!
Okay, that's enough. Anyway, we stand him here, so the passage opens. Unfortunately, we meet our end by the axe, and our main man is now gone, but not forgotten. We go down the hall, avoiding the traps and pitfalls, and enter this wall the creeper smashed through, stealing some snacks from the ghost, and hit this switch. We then smash through this wall for the key that opens the gate. Why does this path need the plungers? Were you meant to visit this level earlier or something? Gusts 2 starts with some respawning buzzes and a warp gate. Hit the hidden barrel switch to activate the fan, letting you reach the ceiling. Entering this door will take us to those Scooby snacks you couldn't reach earlier behind the gate. But don't go too far, as you'll want to go back the way you came. Get the keys, glide over here and get these snacks, and... okay, that's just sneaky. Take the bigger fan and get out of here. We're face to face with another infinite buzz, which we gum him to get to the chandeliers, which open the exit. And that's it for Cellar 1. Cellar 2 is just a hallway with more buzz platforming. We have to break these vases to get the keys, but the gates block us off from doing so. We pull the lever to open the gates and quickly knock them over by hitting the buttons. And that's another incredibly short level done. Cellar 3 is also a bit short, but there's more interest here. This door at the end of the right path leads you back to Cellar 1, in that room behind the suspicious door. There's a switch we can't hit yet, so we go back. We hit this button, and trying not to die to the sheet ghosts, we break through this wall. Apparently you can't climb back up from the one-way door, but you could, you know, throw yourself in the pit. Coming back, we get the keys and exit through the tunnel and into part 4. Things aren't going too great for a brother-in-arms, but he can hold his own. We are currently trapped in an ice room with more Buzz Lightyears. We smash everything for the snacks and find 4 buttons, which open the door. So this is where the sheet ghosts are doing their laundry. In here is the 24th warp gate and our next power-up, the soap bubbles, gaining us the achievement, a mean, clean ghost fighting machine. This power-up allows us to catch monsters in a bubble, letting us use them as platforms. Don't forget to super smash the washers for snacks. Using our new power, we can get the last snacks and the... wait, why didn't the achievement pop? Oh wait, the monster token over here. Good thing I totally didn't reset and got all the snacks again. Anyways, we get the achievement Tastes Like Dust. Okay, we have all the power-ups in the game now. Where do we go next? If this was an any % run, we'd be heading towards the final area of the game. But as for us, we got some cleanup to do. All these barrels have snacks in them, on the roof, and in this fishnet. We ride the pelican. You don't have to move for any of them. Also, don't forget to glide down here. After getting these 2 snacks above the caveman, now we can head over to this tar area and jump off the fish to get up here, and earn our next achievement, Taste Like Crustaceans. Hey, remember this area? Now there's tar monsters, I guess. We start with Pier 3, the one with the double jump power-up. After getting all the snacks on the tar path, we head to the platform. Then we go here and jump carefully to get all of these. Then of course ride the pelican for the last few. Again, don't move. There is some suspiciously placed floorboards we can smash that leads us to a set of strangely noisy boats. There is quite a lot of goodies here, but I could have swore there was a monster token here. I guess I'm wrong. Ride this severed crow's nest for some snacks, otherwise head down here and loop around. All that's left in the crossroads is these few in the center, in which we lower the fish net to get them, earning us the achievement, Tastes Like Seaweed. Just sushi without the fish, or anything else, I guess. I grabbed that monster token I said I would get later. Now we can finally go the back way with our plungers and umbrella, getting all the snacks along the way. And we can climb up here to get the large amount of snacks from the path in the background. We can access this back route getting all the snacks. There is a monster token in front of a suspicious looking boulder. You know what to do. Miss the token entirely and die like a scrub. We get the token, earning the achievement Tastes Like Branches while we run for our lives! All the snacks are behind the boxes we phased through first time, in this death-defying obstacle course. Getting the last few earns us the Taste Like Chlorophyll achievement.
Plant blood.
We can bubble this guy to get atop the trees for the rest of our missing treats. We can also bubble this guy at the end of Hill 2, letting us get to this course that loops around the whole stage, earning the achievement Tastes Like Ghosts at the end. Of course you would know. If you haven't already, hit this switch and ride the fan, but not all the way as this door leads to Cower in the Tower. The last snacks for this set of levels is actually above the camera, which means you have to come back with either bubblegum or soap just to get these. Anyway, we earn the Taste Like Platitudes achievement. Okay. We finally get that last snack that eluded me earlier, earning the achievement Tastes Like Wood. You don't surprise me at this point. The snacks I missed were down in this false death pit, earning us the achievement Tastes Like Rain. Oh god, they're soggy. We already got all the snacks here? What gives? Strange thing is, and I didn't even know this myself, Cower in the Tower 1 is actually Panic in the Attic 1. They both share their snacks and token counters. I spent like 5 minutes wandering like a dumbass before finding this out. We get the monster token on Attic 2 and head over to 4 for the fiver we missed, gaining the achievement. Tastes like old family heirlooms. What? Did you expect me to make a joke about Scooby chewing on stuff or something? Why can't you jump over this? With our plungers we can climb over and down here. Not again. After taking this convenient carpet ride, we jump off the roof to nab our next achievement, Tastes Like Chivalry. No. No, I don't want to know. No, I totally didn't have to do this level 5 times, as LBS failed and I forgot to record 3 times, driving me into utter madness. What do you mean? Besides that, it's a quick ride on these updrafts to get all the snacks, earning us the achievement Tastes Like the Paleolithic Era. Is this why we were banned from the museum? I didn't take this door earlier, but it leads into which way from the high platform we couldn't reach. Anyway, we earned the achievement Tastes Like Magic. Why? Because of... oh no. Lighthouse 3 is the most interesting room in the game in my opinion. It's just kinda weird. You never have to enter here to beat the game in any way, and we ourselves have not visited it yet either, as you can't get everything without the umbrella. We make our way over to the pipe, which leads us out of this pipe and which way. I'm not sure what's the intended way to make this jump. The camera doesn't help matters either. Getting the box, we get the achievement Tastes Like Steel. Why metal this time?
Red rod side.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, we are in Skull Cliff now. God, it feels so good to cheese Cliff 1 and 2. Anyway, what we're after is Cliff 4's updrafting snacks. I had a little issue with actually finding the drafts, but eventually I got the last snacks and the achievement Tastes Like Calcium. At least you're getting your vitamins. Now that the invisible wall blocking us off the first time is gone, we can get up there. Gaining the achievement Tastes Like Flesh. Yeah. At the top of Crypt 1, we glide over to the witch and glide down for the snacks as well, and enter this door. We could have entered Crypt 2 at any point before, but we needed the umbrella to get all of these, earning the achievement Tastes Like Bones. Yeah, I missed the set from one of the graves. Oops. Tastes like death.
Really?
Yeah, you would definitely know. We can bubble this tar boy to get up here, or, you know, take the one-way from a gas 3 to get the achievement Tastes Like the Titanic.
Really?
Oh, so this is the real reason we got banned from the museum. I found one of the snacks in a gas 1, but by this point I was getting real frazzled in this session. Where is the snack? Where is he? Oh, I'm glad. It was here, right under our noses.
Really?
Tastes like beard hair.
He certainly remembers you.
You've done this joke already. Hey, do you remember this set of planks on the floor? Yeah, it's a shortcut to Creepy 1, earning the achievement, a hop and a drop away. The last snacks is in Creepy 2 near the lab entrance. Yes, we'll enter soon. Gaining the achievement Tastes Like Spiders. I somehow missed this box right in the main path. We get the achievement Tastes Like Air as we die. With the cleaning done for now, we enter the lab. After climbing the fan, we get into a room that is pretty iconic on the back of the box. The floor and table is lethal to touch, but you can stand on the equipment. This was the point where I was getting real tired of the game. Press the switches, or just this one, and cheese your way up there to turn off the floor. Don't forget these snacks right next to the radioactive waste. I actually don't remember this room much. I drain the acid and collect the snacks at the bottom of the tank. This room is in the same one as the previous. Actually, you can hear it drain. I damage myself to get these snacks and unlock the door. These buttons are annoying to press, by the way. In here is another switch to move this platform for later. There is more snacks and the monster token, but we can't reach it from here. This room irritated me for some reason. It's not really hard though. Press the buttons to go higher. After entering this door, it takes you back to Lab 2, but higher this time. Jump towards the camera and glide to get the token, then head back up and glide over here. Don't forget this dumb snack placement, and that should be, oh, for crying out loud. Why, it's over here, out of view of the camera. Anyway, we earn the achievement Tastes like trinitrobenzene? Checks out. Then I pay the most expensive toll in the game and enter the Mastermind's lair. Our brother-in-arms has been recaptured and left in a harsh interrogation room. I will save you, Shaggy!
Oh, no!
Okay, that's not gonna work. First, we go around picking up the last snacks of the game, earning the achievement, one last snack.
Rudy!
We drain the tank, panic in said tank before remembering how to toss Shaggy out of here. Then our main man takes one final stroll with us towards the final room of the game. We have all met up at the end of the line, though somehow the others are on the opposite side of the room. But before we cross over, do you remember those random bubblegums and soap boxes? Yeah, we kinda need those for 2 achievements. Actually, I got all of them along the way, so I didn't need to backtrack. But I'll show you where they all are anyway. There is a gum expansion back here in Shock 2 with the caveman. One up on the chandelier and upstairs too. In this box at the top of Cower in the Tower, near the tree in Coast 1. Skullcliff on the platform after pushing this button. And down here in Crypt 4. Glide down here in Shock 1 to get a soap expansion. Jump across the trees to find this one in Hill 1. Use the chandelier in Upstairs 3 to get this one. This one is in between 2 cobwebs and Don't Look Down 2. Way up here in Crypt 1. Above this caveman in Lighthouse 3. On the second sunken ship in Aghast 1. And the last bubblegum and soapbox upgrade is right in the final room here in Mastermind 2. Earning us both the all gummed up and fresh like a spring breeze achievement respectively. Before we finish this, we have one more place to visit. After finally paying this toll at the Mystery Machine, we get access to the gallery. All the monster tokens we've collected is home here, along with the concept art of the game. But at the end of the tunnel, we find the last warp gate of the game, earning the achievement. To here and back, and here again.
It's a warp gate.
Okay, so now everything is done and we are finally ready. After making some moderately shifty jumps, we get across the pool. So apparently this is a factory for making those inconspicuous lenses to terrorize everyone with holograms?
Really? Where's no roasts?
That's right, Scooby. No ghosts.
Good, good. That will definitely hold up in court. Of course, Fred has a plan, but he needs someone to distract Megamind.
Me?
Yes, you. I mean us. I mean me. I mean...
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, would you do it for a Scooby snack?
We, already ate the entire damn place already, but...
How about a whole box of Scooby snacks?
Sure. Fine. Okay. We bop the switch and enter the mastermind's room. However, he kinda doesn't like being disturbed, so now he decides we have to die.
Your luck ends here, as well as all 9 of your lives.
I think that's cats. I'm not a cat.
Our final hard achievement is beating the boss hitless, and this one is a doozy if you don't know what you're doing. First of all, you don't have to restart the game if you mess up. Just let everyone gang up on you and the whole fight starts over. I didn't mention this earlier, but these robots are super annoying in the fight. You have to headbutt them first, then super smash them while they're down. The Buzz Lightyears don't help either. Rather than sit here showing you all of my failures, I'll go step by step with my strategy. I wait for the first set of robots to spawn, then I take out the first one quick before the other can reach me. Then I finish the other one. After the electricity fades, I quickly hit both buttons and move away. Then I wait for the next one somewhere over here, but not too close. When they spawn, I take out the same one again. The buzz might be a bit scary, but this one never hit me when I did this. Then I bounce off the 2 buzzes. More often than not, the other robot gets a little stuck on the bodies, letting me take him out. Then I quickly hit the buttons again and move back to my spot. Phase 3 is a lot easier if you can manage to take out the first one like the other phases. If not, that's okay-ish. Bounce off the other buzzes getting some distance away from the robots still alive. If there is 3, it might be a bit difficult to handle. Trap all but 1 with the soap bubble and take them out one by one. If you take too long, they will all respawn, and you'll have to do it again. Press the switches once again and make sure to move. Well, the plan seems to be going according to plan. God, this cutscene is satisfying when going for the achievement. Now, stay calm. This is the final part. You have to push this goober into the electricity when it's on, while these 2 harasses you. The robots will spawn infinitely, so kill or bubble them at your own discretion. But make sure the mastermind isn't throwing stuff in your way when you ram them. Oh, and the potions act like Molotovs, by the way. Super smash to stun him, and ram him to push him backwards. Be careful as he still does contact damage even when stunned. His spawn locations are random, and he can telefrag you, so be careful. Try not to die while you wait for him to be in a good position. You can ram him multiple times, but it might be a bad idea to do that with the bots around, even if they are bubbled. When you get that one final hit on him, you'll earn the achievements I See Through Your Schemes for defeating the boss, and the brains behind the whole operation for doing it hitless. And with that, mastering Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. After solely beating Megamind's ass, and before we get to unmasking, we try to guess who it is. It's obviously Don Knotts, because of course it is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Blame the spooky groundskeeper. It's always the spooky groundskeeper.
The professor? No, it's Miss Hologram herself.
Get it? Hologram?
Anyway, Daphne's goth twin wanted to throw the professor's ass in prison so she can market her pyramid scheme.
Well, it was a good plan.
Yeah, and I would have gotten away with it too, if not for you meddling kids and your pesky dog.
He said it! He said it!
We have a good chuckle at Holly's misery while Don Knotts does this. And the game ends on a high note with some random techno remix. 100 Frights mastered in 3 days and 20 hours. And the editing almost stretched to about 3 months. Sheesh. Putting this together was genuinely fun. Sure, there were some cringe moments, but if you're still here, I hope you found some enjoyment out of it, or at the very least some helpful advice. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.